Hello everyone, my name is Divya P and I have secured rank 323 in CSE 2021. I am from Salem, Tamil Nadu, and I have did all my schooling, college, everything in Tamil Nadu. So till my college, I was in my hometown. I didn't go out from Tamil Nadu anywhere. But after my college, I got placed in a very good company. But I had a chance of working in Hyderabad for 2 years, and that gave a very good exposure. And Although IAS was my childhood dream, and the person behind my dream was my father. From my childhood, maybe from the time I got to know the real meaning of life, maybe from fifth, sixth age, my father used to tell me about what is the profession, how the service from the IAS through UPSC can reach the people, can make a change in their life. So I used to see, go to the office of the collector's bungalow whenever we cross. So my father played a very good role, very much big role in inspiring me and in instilling this ambition in me. So, but I grew up by as a normal girl, reading whatever was in school, so college, and I went to a job normally like an engineer. I took a job from in Hyderabad, but then after that, it was a well-paying corporate job, but I was not satisfied with what I was doing. So I thought again I have to go back and achieve my ambition. So it was around 2016 or 17. I had to resign my job to pursue this preparation of UPSC. After 2017, I was doing from my home, and being a girl, we always face the problem of parents, the relatives who pressurize for marriage. But in my family, it was an entirely different case. I was the only daughter to my parents, so they gave all the support that I needed. They encouraged me in each and every step of my journey. So, with their guidance, I was able to prepare in home for 2 years. But then I was directionless, clueless about what this exam is, and but I had the basic content. I kept going. But after facing two failures in 2017 prelims and 2018 prelims, so I shifted back to Bangalore in 2018, nearly July. So from there, I joined OGP, which is called Offline Guidance Program, 2019 batch of Insights IAS in Bangalore. So that time it was very new to me. I didn't know the language. The culture was different. But then somehow I met Vinay Sir directly. He was very much accessible. I told him everything what I was facing, not only about studies, about anything, everything. He used to support. He used to guide. He used to give a proper direction to the preparation as well as for the everyday journey through this, because we tend to face, apart from studies, we tend to face many other things that will distract the studies. So meeting Vinay sir now and then was a very good focus. It kept me in the journey without going anywhere. So I could attempt 2019 with full confidence. I was very much consistent in writing answers, and everyday current affairs, everyday newspaper. It was helping me much. So from nearly, as far as I remember, it was a part of timetable. So I was able to read everyday current affairs and revise it, and then solve MCQs of 5 to 10, which is given in the website. So I was able to have a proper path and mentorship through sir. So that helped me to reach till interview in 2019. But somewhere the total marks was not near the cutoff, so I could not be in the list in 2019. And when the results came, I still remember the date. It's August 4th, nearly August 4th, 2020, after COVID. So that time I was nearly, it was actually a, very bad year for the world only, and it turned out to be a bad year for me also. And still I wanted to attempt in the next prelims, which was in next two months. I tried my best. I met sir every weekend during that time, and I shared how I was feeling. But still, I was not able to clear the prelims. So two failures back and back. I was nearly disheartened. And then it was through sir who gave very much exposure, and I was able to pull myself up during 2020, and I was even being a part of Insights team. I could able to contribute myself and my knowledge to them, and I continued my studies side by side. So after that, in 2021, I gave the attempt with full focus, full concentration, and that helped me to clear this exam now. Thank you so much for Vinay Sir and Insights. And first of all, I'd like to thank my parents who never expected anything from me. Just left because it's very hard for a girl to come this far. I understand the girls all over India in remote locations. So I want their parents to be supportive of them, supportive of their studies, their ambitions, and somehow someday the ambitions and the dreams will come true. So I'm really very happy at this moment, and I want the future girls and women also to be empowered the same way. So in 2017 and 2018 mains, I was not attempting consistent quizzes, consistent answers, and everyday newspaper habit was not there before college maybe. So it was a very much drawback because practice was important. And like many people who nearly think 3 months is important for prelims, I also used to give the last 3 months completely for prelims in 2018. Although it developed my knowledge and knowing the content about various things, it was not helping me in completely prepared for the final day. So I feel in 2019 I could do every day, and then in 2020 exam, what I changed in prelims was the consistency in referring the daily current affairs program as well as the daily quiz solving, both static and dynamic. So that in prelims was nearly a game changer, even though the question paper was very tough. And coming to mains part, answer writing is very much important. But everyday answer writing was not there in my previous attempts. Although I was preparing for prelims, for mains I was not being well prepared beforehand. But in 2020, I was able to be well prepared beforehand. I used to refer the core question papers, write every day, 1 hour of answer writing practice. So that everyday practice, which sir suggested me actually, instead of following behind test series, it was a new dimension which was given to the preparation of this UPSC. So I feel every day 1 hour of practice helped in improving the speed, the content, the presentation. So that changed me in the mains. And in interview guidance, of course, the last year interview marks and this year I could improve 15 to 20 marks. And both years I was getting sir's guidance. Last year my mark was 171 and this year it is 187. So one-on-one marks with sir helped me in improving what to tell, how to stop, where to stop, each and every minute details of how we are articulating. So that I guess helped me a lot in this preparation. Yeah, 2018 July was the day I reached Bangalore. Uh, there were many doubts that I should go to Delhi from Tamil Nadu. It was one normal fear for South Indians. It's very far, climate is different, and of course the pollution, the air. So everything is has to be accommodated in Delhi, and it has always been a very good hub for UPSC. But then when it comes to the south, very recently, I think for the past 5 to 6 years, Bangalore developed as a hub. And I think especially it's because of 2014, I guess, because when Insights started and all the coaching institutions started. And Bangalore is also the next best hub, and I would say it is the developing hub for all the South Indian UPSC aspirants and all the other competitive examinations too. When I came here, my personal experience, the food was not much different. Still, I was not able to accommodate myself in PG. There were some issues that I was facing with food and then sleep. But then Bangalore has its own weather, very good weather, which everyone loves to be here. And it was very easy to accommodate myself. Of course, the biggest thing was the language, but then I could somehow manage with Hindi starting, and now it was very easy for me to communicate in English because everyone here, all the institutions, all the mentors, you can freely talk in the languages, in English, in Hindi, whatever. So I didn't feel any kind of that thing for the last 4 years. It was a pleasant experience staying here. Rather than Delhi, I would say here I felt like a home. And Insights, I would say it was a home away from home for me for the past 4 years actually. Yeah, every person has a weakness or which might pull that person down. I was when it comes to studies, I felt I was clueless, directionless. I was getting so much fear about how to start, where to start, when to start. So for especially mains answer writing till 2019, I was literally scared to touch the pen. Every day I used to postpone, procrastinate. Okay, next day I'll write. But then it was when I started writing core tests, I think as a part of OGP 2019, I realized every day a small bit helped me to change a bigger thing later. So every day one question mattered a lot, but then after that we were able to complete 20 questions in 3 hours. So it's like that procrastination, I felt a bit negative about myself starting, but then after that I used to concentrate more, focus more. The time doesn't matter, because as a human you can give only 8 to 10 hours of full concentration per day. It's not about the number of hours. Then I got to know it was about the focus, the concentration, what you are giving in that particular time, even while practicing as well as on the exam day of 2 hours of prelims and 3 hours of mains test papers. So that focus and concentration is what is important. And one more thing I would say is consistency. So all the procrastination and all the fears will go away if a person is very much consistent in doing very small things and keeping micro targets. So that those things and those way of preparation helped me overcome my weakness of procrastination. Yeah, being a girl coming this far is seen as a big achievement now, and that I could feel now being on this side of the journey. Basically, my father and my mother's background, both of them are from a small village called near Rasipuram in Namakkal district. So all the relatives on both sides are there. So it's very rare that maybe nearly 1 to 2% of the relatives come outside of the place and settle. So being from that background and as a girl, of course there will be pressures from relatives and society and friends, and especially when I got a job in corporate sector, I was getting proposals, I was getting pressures from the society to get married and settled. But then somehow my parents in this were so much supportive, so they told my relatives and other friends who were giving some other suggestions of about women, how the family should be started and all. So I think my parents were very much supportive in this. They could understand me, maybe because I was a single child to them. They gave me all the freedom, and they wanted to pursue my ambition more than myself. So all their guidance, their support, and their stamina to stand against the relatives also helped me a lot in going through this journey, because that pressure will divert many people, many friends, even my many friends who I met, the women friends, as a part of the program in 2019 in Bangalore. So I've heard many stories where people are being pressurized to get married earlier, and that pressure is not allowing them to study with a full focus. So in my case, I feel very much grateful for my parents to have not given that hardest part in this journey. So the freshers who come into UPSC journey face many things apart from studies. They have so many fears, and even I had when I started about it's like an ocean where we stand. We don't know where we stand, in which corner, and where we are going to reach. So at the start, the usual fears are about where to start. What are the materials available? Should we run behind all the materials which is available in the market? And one more thing is who is going to guide us? What is the part of evaluation, and how can I improve? So these kind of fears, and there are many students still. I am getting like the doubts regarding because I am a part of Insights guidance team. So many students ask this actually. They don't know the material. I would say like to talk about that. The running behind many materials is not necessary, because UPSC has its own syllabus, although it's very vast, but each and every topic has been given already. Micro topics have also been given under each subject, even for mains and prelims. So stick on to that only and follow one particular test series or one particular program of any book or any guidance, and just be consistent with it and get the satisfaction that the belief that it is enough. because it's not in the diverse materials or the diverse topics and content which we get. It's in our own smart work, how we are going to reproduce it and how we are going to learn from it. So that matters a lot. And when it comes to time, it's not that you have to study 15 19 hours per day. Some people have the habit, it's appreciable, and some people can focus only for 8 to 10 hours, and it's not at all wrong. There is no need of getting fear because you can focus only 8 hours and others are studying for 19 hours. It's not that way. Whatever is suiting you, however your micro targets can be finished per day. Only thing is needed is focus and consistency of every hour. So every day night, when you read the for the whole day, just the last 1 hour keep for revising, keep for appreciating yourself, keep for thinking what you have did today of all the 8 hours, whether that was productive, and it will help you next day. So this kind of analysis will give not only the knowledge but the mind satisfaction, and it will give a boost for your next day preparation also. So I think by completing this micro targets and believing in the material, whatever you have can help in this. After my results, the one word which I should describe about it was relief. After 5 years of this journey, I felt really relieved after seeing my name in the list, because this is what I dreamt for from my childhood, through all the pains to all the downslides in my journey. So during the results day, actually I was in a movie. I just want to get out of the system of whatever it is, and I was inside a movie and I could get to know the results to a friend. So that was a moment I felt, I don't know what was going on, who was sitting near me. So I just came out of the hall. I just talked to my parents first. So that when I talked to my parents, I got a relief that okay, it got so much emotional for some few minutes. And then I was very happy to be on this side of the journey. It's totally a different feel, but it is also a field where more responsibility we get to know, we get to learn many things. And this is, I think this, although it was the end of a preparation journey, it is a start of a very big journey which we are going to implement and apply whatever we have learned. So I think that process is really great, because before results I was very much scared about because it's the fifth attempt. Obviously fifth attempt, it's like a drag on. We tend to get fear after first attempt, second attempt, but it's not in the attempts, it's about the years of consistent knowledge developing. So that would help you achieve one day. So, and it's really worth it. I can feel it now. It's really very happy to be here. So please don't leave the determination or consistency. It will pay off one day, and I felt it now. To talk about Vinay Sir was, I got to know Vinay Sir from 2018, July, when I started the OGP program. From that time, although we were assigned mentors separately as part of the program, we could meet every day. We could meet Vinay Sir every single day, whenever we want. So that time I was very new. I got to know him first, but I have heard about him from 2014. I was following Insights. Web test series and everything. So all the online initiatives I got to know, and I got to know about him personally. So it was very good feel to meet him for the first time. When you meet him only, you get the confidence, the positivity, because he is that much available and accessible. So it's not like he's always a very what closed person. It's like you can directly go into search room, you can barge in any time. I had many doubts, not only regarding the positive or motivation. It's about each and every answer scripts, essays, ethics especially. He sits and patiently reads all the lines, and I also used to go for one or two essays during 2018. My visits to him was limited that time, because I restricted myself, that I used to think sir will be busy and I should not disturb him. But then I realized after 1 year of being here, I realized it was not the way. Whenever we go, we can access her very easily. Each and every essay he used to read. So that was a very good part about him. And more than anything else, it's about not only about the studies direction, it's about the motivation and the guidance, overall guidance. Because when I lost my interview last in 2020, 2019 CSE, the next day or the same day of the results, I went to him, I talked about that. So I was nearly, it's like I was pointless, clueless. So when I went to him, he told the reality of this UPSC, how the UPSC journey works, how one should not be demotivated or disheartened. One should pick ourselves up and go for the next attempt. So, and he also gave some practical suggestions which I could follow and handle my studies as well as my career on side by side. So, in each and every part of this journey, he as a person, if he was not there, I think it was not possible that I'm here. Each and every small things from the bottom of my heart, I'm really very grateful for that. And in interview also, one-on-one sessions, he personally took a video very minutely. He saw how I'm articulating, how specifically I'm answering. So that much of time and guidance as a director of Insights IAS, he could directly provide to students is such a different fate. Thank you so much, sir.